Hannibal Barca was the Carthaginian general who had already stunned Rome twice, crossing the Alps and crushing 2 Roman armies before this battle even began. Furious and desperate to end him, Rome assembled the largest army it had ever sent into the field, led by 2 consuls who couldn't even agree on strategy. When the armies finally met at a small town called Cannae, Hannibal arranged his infantry in an unusual crescent shape, deliberately weak at the center. The Roman legions smashed into that weak point and began pushing forward, certain they were winning. But the retreat was a trap. Hannibal's center kept bending without ever breaking, pulling the packed Roman mass deeper into a collapsing pocket. On the flanks, his cavalry tore through the outnumbered Roman horsemen and began wheeling back toward the center of the field. That cavalry slammed into the Roman rear, sealing the last open side of the battlefield in a single strike. The Roman army was now completely surrounded, packed so tightly together that most soldiers couldn't even raise their weapons. What followed was one of the bloodiest single days in ancient warfare. Tens of thousands of Roman soldiers lost in only a few hours. Paulus chose to stand and die alongside his men, while Varro escaped with a small group of surviving cavalry. Carthaginian soldiers moved across the aftermath, collecting gold rings from fallen Roman officers, a grim tally of how many had been lost. Despite the catastrophe, the Senate refused to negotiate peace, a decision that ultimately let Rome endure and win the war. Over 2,000 years later, Cannae is still studied as the perfect example of how to annihilate an enemy force.